The fitness culture is completely backwards these days. People reward and recognize and give credit to very superficial feats in health and fitness. I got into training when I was 12 years old, and up until my early 20s, we would train for 2 hours, 3 hours at a time, and we would never look at our phones. We wouldn't touch them, even change music. We didn't have Spotify. We had iTunes playlists, so you just had all your good music in one spot and you just listen to it. I'm in Thailand right now. I've been doing some Muay Thai, and it really shone a light on how physically incapable, uncoordinated, unfit, deconditioned, and compromised my body is. I already strained my groin doing kicks. The fitness industry is backwards because over here, even when you train in commercial gyms, fighting gyms, people look at a bodybuilding physique and they're super impressed by it. But I saw somebody doing some calisthenics as a warm-up before fighting, before Muay Thai, and then he was a very advanced fighter. Like, you could tell he'd mastered that craft as well. But if you didn't see him in that environment, he would look like a completely just average, the common man. 75, 80 kilos, little bit of muscle, common. And it's crazy that the people with a physique that looks a certain way gets recognition, not knowing that to look a certain way, to look like a bodybuilder, you have to take things to the extreme. And not necessarily in a good way as well. It severely compromises your health. To look like a bodybuilder, you inevitably have to, most of the time, 98% of people would have to start exploring performance enhancing drugs, PEDs, steroids, peptides, SARMs, those sort of things. Disassociating socially because of the regimented, routine and structured and very strict and restrictive lifestyle it takes to track everything, your food, your sleep, your calories, protein, carbs and fats, your salt, your water, your steps, weighing everything to the gram, taking scales with you everywhere, food, Tupperware containers to social events on planes. You've always got 3 bags with you. You've got your clothes or gym bag, you've got your work bag, and you've got a food bag. I still use a food bag, they're super handy. Got all my subs in it as well. But this common man, just the stock standard average to the naked eye, completely blew my mind with what he was able to do physically. Just as a warm-up, doing handstand push-ups, planches, splits, front and side splits, pancakes, just as a warm-up. And then was a lethal striker in Muay Thai as well. And to me, that's physical mastery. That's proficiency. That's health and fitness. That's movement capacity. That's a very advanced level of physical capabilities and capacity to get to. But interestingly enough, it doesn't get recognized as much because aesthetically, cosmetically, egotistically, in the status hierarchy of how we perceive value, it doesn't look a certain way. we've got this fitness thing backwards. Most bodybuilders are in pain. They've got sore joints. They've got tendonitis. They can't scratch their back. They're spending all their money on subs and food and all the gadgets and all the hacks and all the things to improve their physique and the way they look. They're losing out on social activities because it takes a lot of intention. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of work and focus to be a bodybuilder. I do commend it. I have done it. I trained and lived that lifestyle for close to 20 years. And for 6 months, I ate 3 things: steak, eggs, and white rice for 3 months before a bodybuilding show. 3 bodybuilding shows, actually, in 2024. Placed top 3 in New South Wales, 2nd and 3rd. Top 3 in Victoria, top 3 in Australia as well. But that was an itch I had to scratch. Obviously, I got into bodybuilding because of the cosmetic things. I always idolized Arnold Schwarzenegger. I wanted to look exactly like him. I wanted the chest, I wanted the biceps, which are all still valid. To be able to look in the mirror and be proud of what stares back at you, that provides a level of clarity, confidence, motivation, and drive for men to pursue bigger things, to go harder, to have higher standards for all areas of their life, in business, their work, their relationships. It cultivates and builds a lot of characteristic traits that you don't get from anything else, or many other things other than doing hard things like fighting, like training. Delayed gratification, perseverance, grit, fortitude, sacrifice, time management, all these sort of things. All movement and exercise is great. None of it's bad. You can't demonize anything. There's no right or wrong, but we used to train for 3 hours with no music, no phones. Now you go into a commercial gym. I just trained at Super Fit here in Phuket, Geelong on Fitness Street. And it was a zoo. It was an absolute zoo. There were tripods and guys with their shirts off everywhere and flexing and screaming and throwing things. It was an absolute zoo. A lot of chest puffing. It's funny being on the back end after living that life and being caught up with that level of personal development and self-actualization. It's just a level where the ego is probably a little bit stronger than necessary for your own good, but I guess especially for men, we've got to put our hand on the stove a couple of times to figure out it's hot and not do that, and realize that there are better ways to do things, more conducive to higher values, higher standards, your moral compass, what you want to get out of this world, how you want to spend your time, who you want to become. Yeah, this is going to be fun. I'm going to try and do, I can't say try. I want to do 7 days straight of Muay Thai. Test myself. My groin is cooked. Ash has been laughing at me first Muay Thai session and it hurt my groin. But my upper body feels more loose for doing it. So, there we go. Should I do 7 days straight of Muay Thai and body weight training? Let me know in the comments. Where am I? Geelong. We've been to Chiang Mai, Bangkok, Koh Samui. Now we're in Geelong, going to Rawai. I can't keep up. Talk to you soon. Bye.